Why were we so quick to cut checks, open the vault of the Treasury, and start paying these banks off for loans that they themselves did and ended up being bad? When in reality, what we could have done is force the banks to extend the term of the loan for all of the homeowners out there, thus reducing the payments to something that they could afford. Let me give you an example of this. These loans are 30-year option loans. Why not take the option part out of it? We extend the loan to 40 or 50 years, thus reducing the payment. Interest rate we could fix at a normal interest rate, or maybe even make it an adjustable rate so we actually make a little bit of money. Secretary Paulson would have had a brilliant idea, or maybe he does. Maybe he has the idea that this is a way that he's going to regulate the banks. If we get some regulation out of this and protection, then this is a very wise investment. If we don't, we have just opened the vault of the Treasury, bailed the banks and insurance companies and mortgage companies who committed the largest fraud ever in the history of the world, and we got screwed. Back to my idea. Let's say that we extend the term of the loan. We could even go out to 90 years and make it a 90-year investment. Now, I wouldn't. I would start with 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and increase it until you got everybody back in their home. That's going to do a number of things. Number one, it's going to erase pretty much all the negativity in the past 6 weeks, and it's going to diffuse, like MacGyver, that ticking time bomb that you hear. It's also going to get us the regulation in the banking industry that we need. In other words, an end around, a trump card for the people that are responsible. By the way, you know who you are. Spin it any way you want, but you know who you are. And I think that most of the people that watch this have a pretty, either A, a pretty good sneaking suspicion, or B, they know who you are too. Let's not kid ourselves. So I think that my idea carries some water. It's at least worth discussing. Why we were so quick, or why we would be so quick to just start cutting checks to everybody, when what we could do is cut checks when we have to. Throw money at problems that need money being thrown at them. But we could have done a better job of keeping a cool head and realizing that, all's not lost. By the way, I stand by what I said the other day. We are not going to see the markets relax until we start seeing some heads roll. So let's get to it.